Hi everyone, it's me, Micah. How y'all doing? I really hope you guys are doing swell. Unlike me, because I'm still recovering from being sick. So that's been really fun for me. So I kind of just want to do something a little bit different. I want to kind of do like a makeup therapy kind of session because I haven't put makeup on my face in a long time because I've just been really busy for my internship and I want to get more into that because I kind of have some bad news to tell you guys, and that is I got laid off. I want to make a couple disclaimers before I start this video. I'm going to keep everyone's name private, especially the company's name private, because I don't want to talk bad about the company. Like, the last thing that I want to do is to hurt people's feelings, and that is something that, you know, I want to keep personal and private towards myself. But I will get a little bit in detail about, you know, why I got laid off, but I also kind of want to give you like life updates as well, because one of my main things for this channel is to just be more open, and I want you guys, to whoever's watching this, to, you know, see a little bit of a closer look to my life. I want to get a little bit more personal with you guys because, you know, I'm pretty much an open book. I think I'm going to remove the video where I go to my internship interview because, you know, it turns out I got laid off, and I want to get a little bit more into that. My manager, again, not saying anyone's names, just for the sake of their privacy. I don't want to get into more trouble and stuff with my manager. Like, the reason that he told me that I got laid off was because of lack of, not progressiveness, but lack of proactiveness. And what he means by that, I feel like, is I just never really come up with, like, you know, my solutions of what I could do for the company. And I already told you guys what it is, and it was, you know, working as an intern at a recording studio. Now, I'm not gonna say what it is, okay? Not saying what it is because it's for the sake of their privacy. You know, I don't want to get into a lawsuit, all that. But the basic reason to why I got laid off from work is because I just, you know, wasn't proactive enough to where I kept asking, like, the engineers or anyone, like, if there's anything else I could do. And he just told me that, you know, there were, like, further complaints about that. And, you know, I can kind of understand, but at the same time, like, I've only been working there for 2 weeks, so I don't know how I can get that extra guidance when it comes to me being proactive. Because, like, you know, that was my first ever internship, so I don't know how I could possibly figure out how I could, you know, be proactive, be whatever, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that was my first ever experience of putting myself in a position where I was doing something that related to my major, but turns out I failed, okay? So I think I'm gonna end it at that, just because I don't want to, like, cause any drama, and I really hope you guys understand, because, you know, it just would be morally wrong if I explain literally everything about, you know, what happened, and just be like, I don't know what I did wrong, like, cause, like, you know, that'll be a bad example, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say anymore. You know, I've already told my close friends about it, and, like, 2 of the interns there, because, like, you know, they know what I've been dealing with or whatever. Like, you know, they've been pretty open with me, or I've been pretty open with them about stuff, you know what I mean? Other than that, don't want to cause any drama, okay? That's it. I do want to talk about my health, because my health has been doing me dirty. Last Saturday was when I first started getting sick. And every time whenever I get sick, it's pretty much because of the change of weather. Every fall or every spring, I would always get really sick. Like, I would get the flu, I would get the fever, all the above, you know, because that's just what happens. Being sick sucks. It's not a good feeling at all, by any means. I don't recommend it. Wouldn't recommend at all. Like, I'm slowly getting better. I'm still recovering from, you know, the cough, as you can, oh, whoa. As you can probably tell, because I'm not gonna get better overnight, you know, that'd be unrealistic. I wish that were to be possible, but that's not what life be. You know what I mean? I forget how much I really like this foundation a lot. Extra thanks to the person at Ulta who recommended this to me. The funny thing is, I, like, took off-brand Dayquil, and I didn't think that worked at all. Literally, like, I just felt like it didn't do anything. But I can only afford that because I'm a hoe on a budget, you know? I'm still, like, now I'm unemployed, for real. And, you know, to be honest, like, you know, me getting fired, if I had to be really honest, like, I did got fired. It made me feel really discouraged. Like, you know, right now, like, there is a point where I kind of do feel discouraged because I thought, you know, I had a really good opportunity to get to take one step closer to what I want to do. And the fact that, you know, I had that taken away from me because of, you know, based on, you know, my work ethic and just, you know, how there's still a lack of that, it still is kind of like, I still like keep asking myself, when am I ever gonna find that line or that light where, like, you know, I get to do all these perfect opportunities? And I know, okay, here's the thing. You don't need an internship, depending on like what your major is, in order to, you know, get to what you want to do. Way before I applied to the internship, I was already making my own music beforehand. I have yet to use the professional equipment in a studio setting, but at least, like, you know, I have experience of working on music in my own home. You know, like I would work on music with my MIDI controller, my machine, my computer basically, and with Logic Pro X, like, you know, I could do whatever I want. I basically had like no limit, you know what I mean? Like no limit over my creative control, you know? But maybe like the studio and I, we weren't like a good fit at the end of the day, probably because, like, to be honest, like the people there were more masculine than me, and like it was hard for me to fully relate to people because here's the thing, like I have nothing against anyone that worked there, but even if I did make some connections with some of the interns there, as well as like maybe like one or two engineers, it was still kind of like an awkward situation because of the fact that I'm starting to put myself out there in that way. And, you know, I thought I found like a, you know, really good opportunity. And it still is. There's no guarantee that I was very lucky to have that opportunity for a short period of time, but it still felt discouraging to me because, you know, I thought I found that job. But, you know, nothing lasts forever, and, you know, at the end of the day, there's always something that I need to improve on as a person, especially with, like, my proactivity. Like, I still have a hard time being proactive because I always feel like I need someone to help me guide through life. Like, I'm so codependent on people, it's kind of getting a little bit scary, to be honest. Now that I'm an adult, there still are a lot of learning curves for me that I still need to, you know, deal with and go through as a person, as a human being. Because, you know, like I'm 20 years old. I'm taking a semester off from school because, you know, like my mental health comes first. And having to take the time, like, to work on yourself, which is still what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm going to therapy, I'm doing all that, right? It still is so difficult for me to understand myself and taking more time to understand myself as a person and to understand that, you know, I'm going to fail in life and that's okay. You can't always get what you want, and you can't let things like failure and rejection stop you from doing what you love. And I feel like getting rejected from that internship, I think, is a good learning curve for me. And I feel like talking about it out loud is what's been keeping me sane, you know? So I'm really glad that I'm making this video because like normally with times like this, I would always beat myself up, you know? But I feel like talking about it out loud is helping me, understanding myself, not going over the edge with my emotions, because, you know, I do get overboard with my emotions. I'm overly sensitive. I get really emotional easily. Like, that's just how I grew up. But I feel like talking about it out loud is just giving me the reassurance that, you know, there are other good things that will happen in the future. And again, like, I'm normally a pessimistic person, but like I feel like that experience might benefit me in the future and can help me gain a better understanding of what I want for myself. And, you know, by learning some of the things that, you know, one of the engineers taught me, hopefully I get to have more experience in my own time. At the end of the day, like, I want to be more than just an engineer. I want to be, like, you know, an artist where I get to put myself out there and I just want to show people that I can do it. And even if it didn't work out, like, at least there are more chances for me to take. And I've beaten myself up long enough to the point where it's just like, you know what, why should I be given so many fucks? If I have to be really honest, like, why should I care so much about what people think of me as a human being or as an artist or whatever it is that I want to be? I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, I still need to work on my character. I feel like I still need to work on my emotions and, you know, again, just like being proactive with stuff. And there are more opportunities to take, you know? And although I'm grateful that I even get to have that position, even if it's for a short period of time. You know, I'm just glad I get to experience, you know, what it's like to work as an intern at a recording studio. Like, I would never thought that would happen to me ever. Of course I was mad that I found out that I wasn't fit for the job. But now talking about it out loud to myself and to the camera, I feel like shit happens, and if things don't work out, then really things don't work out, you know? I think I'm gonna do concealer next. I'm not gonna use too much though. Is this the right shade? Yes, it is. I don't want to keep talking about it anymore because, like, you know, it's in the past now, even though it's already been a day since I got the news. So we're just gonna move forward from a different topic, okay? While I put this concealer on my face. Also, I feel like if I ever did put makeup on my face, I feel like people there would have a problem, because, like, you know, like, a lot of the guys there and most of the people there are dudes. Like, I just feel like they would be really uncomfortable talking to me just because I put makeup on my face. So it's like, you know, it's kind of that whole like toxic masculinity thing. But I feel like there were times where I kind of didn't feel it was a right time for me to express myself in a way where I get to express my femininity as much, and you know, that's what kind of sucked about it. But other than that, I feel like someday I'll find better people. Not better people, well, kind of, in a sense. I do want to find more opportunities that relate to what I want to do for a living, and hope for the best that things take a better turn for me in the future, because, you know, again, I shouldn't let that piece of rejection to affect me, you know what I'm saying? So that's just, you know, my 2 cents on that. Rock and roll McDonald's, rock and roll McDonald's. That song is in my head now. I don't even understand why. Oh, it's oxygen. Jesus Christ. But as I was saying, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply to more jobs. Maybe another internship, or maybe just like, you know, a job that will actually pay me money. Because the internship that I applied to, it was an unpaid internship. It'd be like that sometimes, you know. Most internships are pretty much unpaid based on, you know, my observations and based on my experiences, even though that was the only internship. That was like my first internship I applied to, which is kind of embarrassing, to be honest. But like, you know, whatever happens, happens, you know? Where's my Cody airplane? I still have no idea what places to apply at. Like, literally, I tried applying as a dishwasher at Whole Foods and I didn't get hired, which is sad. Like, I thought you don't need to have like certain requirements in order to be a certified dishwasher. Oh, but I did remember that I applied to this camera store near where I live, and they said they're gonna call me like, I think later in the winter time, and ask if like I'm still interested to apply for the position. So maybe in the future, like if I don't have any jobs, if there are no other options for me, then might as well take the chance, because I love film photography. You know, that's just also one of my hobbies that I love doing. Just the whole nostalgia feel to it. I already made a video where I talk about like my film camera collection that I have, which is really neat if you ask me. I'm just glad to live in a time where doing makeup while you're a dude is okay. I'm glad I get to live in that time, because gender norms are so dead. So dead. I'm gonna do something a little bit different when applying contour. I'm gonna use like an angle brush and then just apply a little bit of some contour with the angle brush. You know what I mean. Okay, my skin actually looks pretty good. Well, that's just because I have foundation on my face. What's new? I'm gonna take excess off and then just hope for the best. I didn't put too much on.
Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's.
Why am I still singing that song? Why does it smell like sweat all of a sudden? I really want to try new contour shades, to be honest, because like the only contour / bronzer I've tried are from Wet n Wild and from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And they're both really good brands. It's just that I just want to try some more variety, you know what I mean? I don't know if I should like focus more on makeup rather than just like music, because honestly, like if music doesn't work for me, then might as well just pull a Jeffree Star and just like do some more makeup. Nothing wrong with that at all. Like, I love makeup, but you know what I mean? It's just like I just still kind of find it discouraging. I'm not discouraging the fact that, I get to try new things. Because, I'm still young. I still get to experience life. But you can't help but feel pain because you feel like you've disappointed people. But I don't think I want to beat myself up any longer. So I need to throw out this water bottle because this shouldn't be there. I'm actually really liking how my skin looks, to be honest. Maybe I should put more bronzer on to warm up my skin a little bit more. So I'm going to take the Wet n Wild bronzer. I feel like I should make more music content, to be honest, because so far I've just been putting makeup on my face. Nothing wrong with that at all, though. Like, I love makeup, so it's like I don't really care. I shouldn't care what people think. But, I still want to give myself a variety of options to make when it comes to YouTube, but so far it's just been like, me putting makeup on my face. Am I doing this right, though? You know what? Life is an experiment. Life is just a social construct. Life is an optical illusion. Life is short, but also insufferably long at the same time. Am I an intellectual or am I an intellectual? I'm just really glad I get to go to therapy tomorrow because, I could just literally tell my therapist about everything without being judged. Because lately I've just been going through it, sis. I've been going through it. I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. I just feel like I'm too overly contoured. I look like every other, gay dude from LA that just tans a lot. Even though I don't like being tan at all. I just get tan anyways because my Asian ass. You know what? I'm just gonna soften the contour on my face a little bit because honestly I just feel like it's too much. Because normally I would go for the whole natural makeup look, to be honest. Because this is all glam to me. I'm not trying to go for glam. You think glam is low-key an ugly word? To be honest, I kind of don't know what my game plan is. Does everybody literally know what their game plan is in life? Because honestly, I just feel like life just works in weird ways. And it's like you don't really know for sure to what's gonna happen. Why am I going philosophical up in this bitch? This is not what I was asking. No one literally asked for that. What is wrong with me? I just don't belong. Okay, I can't sing any songs either because of copyright. Fuck you, Susan. No one asked you to show up, Susan. Honestly, Susan ruined YouTube. Am I gonna get sued for that? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Fuck you, Susan. You're the reason why gays are still dying. Am I your problematic fave? Good, because I fucking should be. Just kidding. My brows are so annoying. I fucking hate my right brow, dude. I don't know why it still takes me an hour to do my makeup. You know what, I'm just gonna do blush and highlights. What else has been happening in my life, really? Because honestly, there's nothing really special. I didn't really talk that much about, my semester break from college, to be honest. The reason why I kind of just decided to take a break from school was because my mental health was actually getting really bad with all these homework assignments that I have to do, and I kind of explained what happened in one of my last videos where I was talking about why I have been gone for so long. Again, you can look at that video in the description below, and I'll leave a card on the top right corner of the video if you guys are interested in watching it. I was just basically going into a whole writing block where I just felt really depressed with myself and just beating myself up because I felt like I wasn't doing enough of what I wanted to do. And even then, I was collabing with someone at the time, and then we had a really bad falling out. I explained a lot about it in the video. Yeah, it really took a huge toll on my mental health, and so I just decided that, you know what, I'm gonna take a semester off for the sake of my mental health because I feel like I wasn't taking school as serious. I don't regret the decision. There were times where I just felt like, what would I even be doing while I'm taking a break from school? And I thought, getting a job, working at, McDonald's at first was gonna do it. And although I did make some money, I just felt like it wasn't really benefiting me mentally. So that's when I decided that, I was gonna, quit. A month after that, that's when I also applied for the internship, worked there for 2 weeks. Yesterday I found out that, I'm not even wearing my watch, but Monday was when my manager told me that, I wasn't fit for the job, and I still feel a little bit bummed, to be honest. At the end of the day, if things don't work out, then things don't work out. Now I think I'm gonna apply to a different job now. Don't know exactly where, but my friend told me about Walmart, and I'm like, alright, whatever it is at this point, might as well do it. It still makes me feel discouraged of myself, though it shouldn't, but still, pain is pain. You know what I mean? There's no denying that, getting rejected hurts. But, at the end of the day, I know I need to move forward from it because life doesn't last forever and pain doesn't last forever, Ugh. So good. See, this is why I love makeup so much. Alright, so I think I'm done with this makeup look. Hopefully, you know, one day things turn around and hopefully, you know, I could just, I don't know, like, hopefully, you know, I get to do better things in the future. I mean, hopefully I could learn something from that rejection. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find new jobs to apply at and you know, just regular job application hunting stuff. Let's just hope for the best I get a job that can actually pay me. So I'm still gonna work on music, I'm still gonna work on YouTube content, but it's hard. But hopefully I'll get around to it and hope for the best that I get to have some sort of luck or whatever. I don't even know. Hopefully the work that I'm gonna put in for, you know, my content can get somewhere at least. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next. I think I'm gonna make some more music content. I'm still trying to figure out how to like record audio from my computer and stuff like that. So let's just hope for the best that I get to figure something out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, let me know what you guys will see next. Subscribe, like, and share this video if you want. Also follow me on my social media like Instagram, Twitter, Discord, whatever it is. I'll leave all the links in the description below. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.